Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best class apps to be using right now in Warzone. But before we do get into today's video, if you are new, and be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. I'm trying to 25k subs, and if you can help that, it'd be absolutely amazing. If you do enjoy it, smash thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on the best gun in the comments below. But let's get straight into it right now. Okay guys, so after playing a little bit of Warzone, trying to get a good feel for it, trying to get a good feel for how the guns play out and all that sort of stuff, I've got 7 different guns I'm going to show you guys today, with the guns that I've been using and the ones that I've found just to be the best, and I've seen a lot of people using as well. We're going to start off with the Holger 556, guys, and the Holger is absolutely insane in this game. And this is the class app that we are using. Of course, if there's any attachments that you do want to change out for yourself, something like the optic, let's say for example you don't like this eagle eyes optic. I'm seeing a lot of people use this. I've been using it myself, and it's actually a very clean optic. Love the way it plays in game. It's got a nice zoom on it, but it's not too zoomed in. I know some of you guys might like a 4x optic on it, so you can go ahead and chuck something like the VLK 4x on if you'd rather do that with one of these bigger sights. If you wanted to go ahead and do that, you can go and do that. It's entirely up to you which optic you do want to run. Obviously with there being no tuning in this game as well, it does make it slightly easier to be able to build classes and not lose out on too much like ADS speed and things like that. Whereas in Warzone beforehand, when there was tuning, the sights made a big difference on stuff like that, whereas now it's not going to. Obviously, we're going to go with the laser here as well, which is just increase the ADS speed a little bit. We can go with the 40 round mags being the biggest magazine size. And I did think to start off with, 40s might be a little bit too small. I was like, are they going to be big enough? Am I going to run out of ammo quite quickly? But no, you don't really run out of ammo. And my favorite thing about this Holger, it's got no recoil. It's literally so easy to use. Like you guys can see, literally no recoil on the gun. Very easy to use, even at long range. So you guys can use this gun in any sort of situation. Whether you get caught out close, you can use it up close. You can use it mid-range very easily. And you can also beam people at long range as well, which is what makes this Holger very versatile. And I think a lot of you guys will enjoy using it if you do go ahead and try it out. And as you can see, I do actually pair the Holger 556 along with the WSP Swarm, one of my favorite SMGs that I've tried out so far. If you like the Mac 10 back in the day, you're going to love this WSP Swarm, and here is the class that we are running with it. It's a slightly different class to what I've seen a lot of other people using, but yeah, I really enjoy how this plays. The mobility is insane on it. It's got good damage as well, and we've also been able to control a lot of the recoil, because if you use this gun, it's got a very fast fire rate, which means it's got a lot of recoil. So we can control this with things like the barrel, the under barrel, and things like that. We do go ahead and control it. We can go and put a bigger magazine on in 100 round, but you're going to lose a lot of that mobility that we have built up with this gun. So the 50s are perfect. You don't really need bigger than 50s anyway. There might be 1 or 2 times if you get pushed by a full team where, you know, you could do with the 100s, but realistically, the 50 is going to be way better than the 100s simply because we do keep that mobility speed. Again, this is an up-close gun. You don't want to be using this at mid-range. As you can see, up-close melts people. You start getting into mid-range, you can see the recoil is a little bit too much at mid-range. The damage falls off a little bit too quickly, but again, if we're up close, you can melt people up close. Very easy to destroy your opponents up close with this gun. And like I said, the mobility is really good, so getting in and around your opponents shouldn't be too much of a challenge anyway. And if you get caught in a position where, you know, there's a lot of people around you, you maybe dived into a building not realizing there was an extra team or an extra player in there, you can quite easily maneuver yourself around with this gun because the mobility speed just really is insane with this. So you're not going to get caught out in any positions up close where you need to get away and you can't. This WSP Swarm honestly can do it all, and I've just really been enjoying using this gun. Like I said, there is a little bit of recoil on my build, but the damage and the mobility really make up for it because you can get up close to your opponents and you can melt people up close. As you can see, that dummy is not too close to me. It's not like point blank range, and it still melts them up close. Very easy to hit the shots as well. So that is the WSP Swarm class if you guys did want to go ahead and use my WSP. Next up, guys, is one of you that you guys like sniping, and for me, I'm glad the one-shot snipers is back. I missed one-shot sniping in Warzone. Yes, I know it's a bit cheesy and a lot of people don't like it for the reason it is a one-shot, but I just love sniping in this game, whether it's in multiplayer, whatever it's in. I love sniping, so to be able to have a one-shot sniper back is really nice. And it is going to be the Cat AMR, guys, and this is the class that I am running for the Cat AMR. The thing I love about this, there's not too much bullet drop-off as well. I've seen with a lot of the other snipers and some of the other builds, there's a very big bullet drop-off, and if you're at a bit of a longer range, you really have to aim above your opponents and let that bullet drop down. Whereas with this, you don't have to do that so much. It's also got a pretty good ADS speed as well, considering it is a slow sniper from stock anyway. Like, if doesn't matter what attachments you put on this gun, it is pretty slow anyway. As you can see, it's not the fastest gun in the world, but it is going to hit those shots. It is going to do the one-shot kills at long range, and it's just a super fun gun to use. I was having a lot of fun last night playing with my boys. Wasn't even recording. I was just playing, getting a good feel for the new map and things like that, using this sniper class, and I was having so much fun, guys. Honestly, you will really enjoy this class. If you wanted to, there's probably 1 attachment or 2 attachments you could change out if you wanted to go put a different optic on. You could maybe get rid of the bolt, but what I like about the bolt is having that faster rechambering speed, because basically if you miss that first shot, it's going to bolt that second bullet in nice and quickly. giving you a nice chance to be able to hit your second shot and also hit it quickly before your opponent gets into cover or can get too far away to actually be hit again. And I've been pairing this up along with the AMR9, guys, and this is a gun that I've not seen too many people speak about, but I've been finding this as a sniper support build very, very good. It's not the fastest killing SMG up close, don't get it twisted, but as a sniper support gun, so like a good mid-range and good close range, the AMR9 does all of that pretty perfectly in my opinion. And the build that we've got on it looks just like this, so you can go ahead and copy this one down, and I'm going to jump into the firing range in 2 seconds once you guys have had enough time to look at this class. If we do take a jump into the firing range, you can see there's basically no recoil on this gun, and it's also very, very good. It's very powerful, and even at long range, if you really needed to, you can hit those shots. It's not going to do the craziest damage, but you can hit the shots at long range. But like I said, as a sniper support, because it's good at mid-range and close range, it's a very, very viable option for you guys to use if you are sniping within this game. And it's definitely what I've been using as well. I've been enjoying it a lot. I find up close, it does still shred, it does still melt. If you come up against someone like WSP Swarm, like I just showed you, you might lose the gunfight because that gun is just crazy, crazy good up close. Whereas this is built more to be a sniper support, so you can hit those shots at mid-range and you can hit those shots at close range and just melt your opponents as well. But yeah, the AMR9 is definitely a good contender in my opinion. Been enjoying it a lot, and I think it's actually a very underrated gun that not many people have been speaking about at all. Next up, we have got the DM56, which is a marksman rifle, but wow, this thing is just like the DMR back in the day. If you use the DMR, you want to be trying this gun out. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. It's so, so powerful in game. You will literally melt your opponents. When I say you'll melt them, 2 or 3 bullets is going to have them on one shot, and I'm telling you now, it's so, so good. You guys definitely need to try this out if you haven't already, because it's absolutely insane. And if we do jump into the firing range with it, as you'll be able to see, it's going to melt the opponents we're shooting at if I can actually hit my shots. But yeah, 2 or 3 shots, it's going to take your opponent out of the game depending on where you are hitting them. And if you can control recoil apparently better than me, this thing's even very good at long range as well. So you definitely want to try this out if you haven't already. I definitely recommend you guys do give this gun a go, because it's what the pros are using, it's what a lot of the best players are using, and it's probably what's melting you in game. When you're wondering what has just killed me that fast, it is probably this DM56, because it is just super, super quick, guys. But yeah, the DM56, there's the build one more time if you do want to go ahead and copy that down. It is a single shot, so bear that in mind. You are going to have to like tap your trigger or your mouse button every time you do want to shoot. But the damage makes up for that, let me tell you. Now moving on to the Rival 9. Again, one of people's favourite SMGs within this game. Personally prefer the WSP, but this is still a very, very viable option and a very good option. Great mobility once again. Little bit of recoil, but crazy time to kill, crazy damage. And again, it's a very, very good class to use. There is the class I've been using if you do want to go and copy it down. Again, we'll jump into the firing range so you can see what it's like up close on those opponents. Not too much recoil. Does mean you can use it at medium range if you do need to use it at medium range. But again, it's for those up close gunfights. You're going to absolutely fry your opponents, I'm telling you now. If you've not tried the Rival 9, definitely recommend giving it a go. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. And again, it's a little bit easier to use than the WSP Swarm, but because the WSP Swarm's a little bit more difficult to use, it just the damage that that thing has, in my opinion, tops it. But again, the Rival 9 is definitely a viable option if you do want to go ahead and try it out. Let me pull the class setup up one more time in case you want to guys pause it and make the class for yourself. And then the final gun we're taking a look at, guys, is going to be the Bass B. Again, one of the best long range guns in this game. Super, super easy to use, super powerful, really good damage range on this thing. And here is the class. Again, if you want to change out like the optic, for example, you can go ahead and do that. But that's the class that I've been running there, guys. Very, very enjoyed using this gun. A very, very powerful gun as well, like I did say. Just like the DM56, you know, that time to kill is crazy because it's a battle rifle. It's got that higher damage profile already. And you've got 2 options with this. You can either have it on fully automatic, and as you can see, very, very easy to control, not much recoil. Considering this is a battle rifle as well, it's got very good damage, as I did just mention, because it is a battle rifle, but it doesn't have too much recoil either, which means the battle rifle is actually very easy to control. And if for whatever reason you are struggling to control this, you can stick it onto a single shot gun, so you're on semi-automatic, and you can melt your opponents that way. It's entirely up to you which way you do want to play. But yeah, guys, those are the best class ups in Modern Warfare 3 Warzone right now. Definitely recommend trying some of these out if you haven't already. If you're struggling with what guns to use, definitely recommend trying one of these 7 guns, because for me, they've all been very, very good. I've been having a lot of fun with them, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy them as well. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to smash thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see more Warzone class ups in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm trying to hit 25k subs, so if you can help with that, that'd be absolutely amazing. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one in a bit. Woo.